Hey guys, Mr. Astro1 here. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII Part 93. In the last part, we finished up the Chocobo side quest, and we were just about to start this area right here. This is the Ancient Forest, and it is a little side area that we can do to get a little extra things before actually moving on with the story. So, we're just going to do that real quick. Basically, there's a few things you need to know. Well, first off, let's go on with the enemies. The enemies here, you can fight, like, well, you can fight it like one of those enemies like there, like the behemoth-like enemy. You can also find one of those, like grass-like enemies. The grass-like enemies have high evasion, so you'll want to use, like, magic spells on them, so, yeah, be careful of that. What you want to do is actually, like, take these little flies, or dots, whatever you want to call them, and you just want to put them into the little pouches there, and try to hurry up and do it. But, unfortunately, I mess up right there, and I have to redo everything. To restart the area, you just press square. Yeah, it's all that jazz. And, pretty much, I could have done this a better way, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time when I was recording this. Anyway, just, edit out fights. Enemies here, don't worry about them. I'd actually just run away from everything. Unless you want to get some levels, then you can go fight them. Of course, the enemy encounter rate seems to be high for me for some reason. You have to, like, move really quickly, though, or else, you know, because after a certain amount of time, those little pouches, or the flies escape from the pouches. Now, you see this flower right here? You want to carefully inch toward it, like, walk towards it, and try to pick up the item, because if you run to the center of it, basically, that's like, man-eating plant, and if you get too close to the center of it, it will eat you and damage you for 1,000 HP, so be careful. Anyway, you just need to swing across that vine right there, and if you go behind this tree, you get a spring gun clip, which is a better clip for Red 13. Blah. Alright, and that's the first screen done. Pick up that little fly there. Run into a random encounter, why not? But seriously, what you want to do now... what is it? You want to... well, that's basically what happens if you run into the plant like that. But what you want to do... Oh, yeah, and there's the 1,000 HP damage. You want to go up this vine with one of those, flies, so you have access to go above that pouch, and there you go. Now, here's something very important. You might notice a materia next to the plant, and you might wonder how to get it, because if you get too close, it'll, like, eat you. Well, basically, you just put the frog in here and wait, because, well, I just had to edit that out because it takes forever, but if a frog's in there and you're on it, it'll catapult you. And you can take the hive, put it in there, and you can take the material without being penalized. Slash all is a decent material. It's not the best. Double cut, in my opinion, is a lot better. But the thing is about it is that, once it levels up to become flash, you can instant kill most enemies with it, but it's completely ineffective against bosses. And, well, in its general use, it does what you think it does. It attacks all enemies. And I'm just cutting out the time it takes because they take, like, forever to burst out of the little pouches. I don't know what the hell those things are. Oh, no, on this screen, you need to make sure that you take this one first and then go over. And also run into a random battle. I need to stop talking about that, but come on. There you go, you just put one in there, then you take the other one, and do that, really. And there's the vine. You just go up like that. Now here's a little thing. You will have to backtrack up here if you're going to get a certain item, but let's go down here. If you go down here, you can get to that item that was on this tree. We get a Minerva band, which is an equip for females only, so what I want to do now is actually cut all the way back up to where, well, I just was, so I will meet you there after, well, backtracking. So, just cut to there, and there we go. But I won't have to cut off like I'm actually doing this since this is post-commentated. Now let's move on. Goddamn enemies. What's with the enemy encounter? I had, like, quite a few on the way back, too. Now, a little trick here. Don't go down there. You want to go up here. Goddamn enemies. And you want to ride the wave, or jump across the vines. And over here we get the Typhoon materia, which I think's a mistranslation because I'm pretty sure Typhoon isn't a word. What I think it is that it's supposed to be Typhoon because it's a wind elemental, but nah, that's probably it. And now for the last real puzzle screen of the game. Well, not the game, but the area. This one can actually be a little tricky, so here's how it works. Basically, what you need to do is get that hive up there and put in the plant. But the controlling's awkward here. You actually have to, like, hold up right twice to get up there for some reason. And then, yeah. Then you take the other fly and you use it to get across like that. And run into a random encounter. But yeah, now the part that most people get stumped by is how you're gonna get back and get across. What you do is you put this fly in this little tree trunk here. And if you do that, you get a frog to come, and you can take that. Now the thing is, if you put a fly in one of those pouches, it gets eaten, but if there's a frog in there, it doesn't. So what you can do is put the frog in the pouch, and once you do that, it can actually come out of the pouch, and once it does that, you can have it on the opposite side. And remember how you can ricochet using the frog? So if you put the frog in this one, you can pretty much jump to the other side, and that's how you do that part. It's kind of complicated, especially for a first time, but now that you play, if you know what to do, it's pretty easy. And there you go. And your last two treasure chests for this area, you get an Apocalypse, which is a triple materia growth weapon for Cloud. And in the last box, you get an elixir, I believe. Yep. And just one more fight for good measure, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And that was the Ancient Forest, so we're nearly done with things now, guys. So next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, we'll be picking up, or doing some last-minute things before moving on with the story. So I'm Missmaster1. I hope you enjoyed this video. And guess what? Next time there won't be post-commentary unlike these past two videos, so hopefully that won't be too bad. So I'm just about out of time here, and I will see you guys next time for last-minute things and continue on with the story. So goodbye.